Hello guys, my name is Suraj and this is another video from my series Learning Vim. In this video, we are going to see how to move around in a file. So, as we all know that we are not allowed to use mouse in Vim, and if you think in terms of a normal IDE or a text editor, we usually use mouse to move around or place the cursor. For example, as you can see what I'm doing right now, this is a normal text editor. I am placing my cursor using a mouse. So now I placed it here, I placed it here. But this action is not supported by Vim as we cannot use mouse. So let me write it down. Not use mouse for navigation. So how do we do that in Vim? So the most important thing to remember when it comes to moving around in Vim is you need to be in normal mode. Must be in normal mode. And secondly, we'll use a set of keys and key combinations to navigate around in file. So to begin with, we have split this video into two parts, which is so there are 6 different types of navigations. In this video, we are going to cover 3 types of navigation, of which first is basic navigation, second is word navigation, and third is line navigation. So we'll go one by one with these different types of navigation. Okay, so as you can see, now I am in my terminal. I am inside the Vim directory. For convenience, I have added a index.html file in this directory. As you can see, I'll run the ls command. It says index.html. I'll go ahead and open the file. I'll use the vim command and the name of the file, vim index.html. And yeah, so we have a file open in Vim editor, as you can see. So let's go ahead with the basic navigation. So when I say basic navigation, what it means is, think in terms of using the arrow keys on the keyboard, so moving right, left, top and bottom. But in Vim, you are not allowed to use the arrow keys. Instead, Vim has keys, for example, H, J, K and L for navigation, which are similar to the arrow keys on your keyboard. So H will help you to move left, J is bottom, K is top, or I'll say up, and this I'll say down. That will be more easy to understand. And L is right. So we'll go ahead and we'll try this in our file right now. So as you can see, I am in my file and my cursor is at line number 1. So I'll start with the L key because I need to move right. But before that, important thing, as we mentioned earlier, you need to be in normal mode right now. As you can see, I am not in insert mode, I am in normal mode, so I can do this navigation. So I'm pressing the L key. So as you can see, my cursor is moving to right. I am pressing the H key and as you can see, it is moving to left. J key will help you to move one line at a time and it will take you down, and K key will move you up one line at a time. So this is basic navigation, I would say. But one important thing along with this is, in standard IDE or text editors, one thing that you notice is it supports scroll. So let's say you have a file which has 100, 200 lines and you want to reach like 150th line, right? You don't want to press J key 150 times. You want to move quickly down. So as we cannot use mouse or mouse wheel in Vim, Vim has another way to do it, and for that it uses combination of ctrl+d and ctrl+u. So Control D, as you might have guessed, is down, and Control U is up. Let's try this out in our file. So I'm back in my file. I'm using the HJKL keys to move around, and right now I am on line number 1, and now I'll use the Control D key combination to scroll down. Okay, I am pressing Control D. As you can see, I am able to scroll down, so it crosses like roughly around 15 lines at a time, I guess, and Control U at the same time will move you up. So this basically is very similar to how the scroll function works in normal IDEs and text editors. So this is about basic navigation, where we use the HJKL keys for navigating around. You can think of them in terms of arrow keys, and Control D and Control U it simulates the scroll behavior that you see on standard editors. Let's jump to the next one, which is word navigation. So when I say word navigation, this is used to jump from one word to another. Again, in terms of standard IDE, we usually use mouse to place the cursor wherever we want, but that is not available, so we have to rely on navigating in different ways, out of which word navigation is one. So the keys for word navigation, I will just type it out here, are W and B. Put it end. So as you can see, let's go in our editor and try it out. So first of all, I'll press the K key. I'll go to the top. I am on line number 4 now. I'm pressing the L key to reach to the start of this word, and now I'll press the W key. So as you can see, the cursor has jumped onto the next word. I'm pressing again. So as you can see, it is jumping one word at a time, and it's moving in forward direction. So W is used to jump from one word to another in a forward direction, and the same action from jumping one word to another, but in backward direction, we have to press B key. So B will help you to move backward. One important point here to notice is the position of the cursor. Let me write down the direction, backward. Yeah, so the important point here to notice is the position of the cursor. So while pressing the W key again, say it jumped to the next word at the start of the next word. Okay, I'm pressing again, it jumped to the start of next word, start of next word, start of next word. And the same way, when you press B, it jumps, but it jumps to the start of previous word, start of previous word, and start of previous word. So that's word navigation in Vim. There's another one for which the keys are E and combination of GE. So let's see what these keys and key combination does. I'm again on line number 4. My cursor is at N, capital N, and now I'll press the E key. As you can see, it has jumped, but it didn't jump to the next word. Instead, it's on the same word, but the cursor is at the end of the word. So I'll press again, and as you can see, the cursor has moved, but it has jumped to the end of the next word. Pressing again, end of the next word, end of next word, end of next word. And yeah, that's the basic behavior of E key. So it will jump, and again it's in the forward direction, but it will jump to the end of the word, unlike W, which jumps to the start of next word. And if you want to move backward, here, unlike B, there is just one key, but for this you need to press GE, which basically does the same thing but in reverse direction. So I'm pressing GE again, I'm pressing E to go forward, and then GE, 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 GE to move backwards. Let me jump to the start of this word. So that's what word navigation is in Vim. So this important thing is end of word, and for this it's start of word. Okay, great. So let's move to our third and final navigation for this video, which is line navigation. So when I say line navigation, is suppose you are on this line. So right now I'm on line number 4, and I want to jump to the start of the line or jump to the end of the line. So that's what line navigation is about. So there are 3 types of keys which are used for line navigation. So we'll start with dollar, then there is caret, and third is 0. This is 0, not O or capital O. Okay, so let's try it out how they operate. So again I'm on line number 4, and now I'll press the dollar key. We'll observe how the cursor navigates. So okay, so I've pressed the dollar key, and as you can see the cursor has moved to the end of this line. So this dollar key will help you move the cursor to the end of line. Now I'll press the B key to get myself in between the line, and now let's use the caret and see what happens. So I'm pressing shift and 6. Okay, so as you can see my cursor is now positioned at the start of the line. So let me just write it down, start of line. Okay, so I think this was pretty self-explanatory. To like dollar, it goes to the end of the line, and caret will bring you to the start of the line. So let's understand what 0 does. So I'm gonna press 0. Let me press W so that I can go between the line, and now I'm pressing 0. As you can see, the cursor has been moved to the start of the line, but there is a difference between a caret start of the line and the 0 start of the line, and the difference is the white space. So when you press 0, it will place your cursor to the start of the line, but it will include all the white spaces. Sorry, not include all the white spaces. But when you hit caret, it will exclude all the initial white spaces and jump to the first character on that line. So I'll press the caret symbol again, and let's see where the cursor goes. See, it has jumped to the start of the line, which is first non-empty character. And I'll press W again so that I can get to middle of this line, and then I'll press 0, which takes you to the start of the line. So I think this that's it for this video for now. These are 3 different types of navigation. I think you will find it helpful when you actually want to move around in a file. So just to do a quick recap, we use the H, J, K and L keys to move around, just like normal arrow keys on your keyboard. So I'm pressing L, K, J and H. I can use ctrl+d to scroll down, ctrl+u to scroll up. I can use K to move up, then W to move one word at a time, but from start of one word to start of another word. I can press B to move backward from start of one word to another. E, jump one word to another, but from end of one word to end of another word. And GE, the same action in backward direction. I can press dollar to move to the end of the file. I can press caret to move to the start of the file, but excluding the white space. And I can press 0 to get to the start of the line, which includes the white space. So let me just type it out here, non-empty first character, and this is actual start of line. So yeah, that's it guys for this video. This is these are 3 types of navigation, and in our upcoming video we'll have another 3 types of navigation, which I can just note it down for now, which is jumping from one character to another, and document level navigation and window level navigation. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think about this video, or if you have any suggestions, or if you think we can improve this in any way, please leave a comment, and thank you so much.